Beaten in the National Football League, dropped from 3-1, a weekend in college football in which there was a coaching casualty amid accusations that some players were being paid under the table. Some of the topics of conversation on our Monday evening quarterback feature now. We begin with the end of Galen Hall's coaching career at Florida. He resigned under fire for recruiting violations less than 24 hours after Arden Suzuki nailed this 41-yard field goal at the final gun at Baton Rouge. Gators 16, LSU 13. At a field goal, in fact, Mickey Thomas's fourth of the day was the difference in Virginia Tech's upset of the weekend, 12-10 over number 9 West Virginia. It was the first time in 22 years that the Hokies had humbled the Mountaineers in Morgantown. Ole Miss at home jumped all over Alabama 21-0 just 7 minutes into the game. Unfortunately for the Rebels, the other 53 minutes belonged to Gary Hollingsworth and the Crimson Tide. Hollingsworth was 25 of 43 for 363 yards and a school record 5 touchdowns. Bama 62, Ole Miss 27. On Sundays, it's called the House of Pain. On Saturdays, they call it the Warehouse. Andre Ware, hot as a pistol in the middle of the run-and-shoot offense of Jack Pardee, threw for 6 touchdown passes, establishing a new Southwest Conference record with 49 career scoring tosses. Manny Hazard caught 4 of those passes as Houston beat up on Baylor 66-10. Houston and Ware have been so dominating so far this season, he has yet to play in the fourth quarter. When Bobby Bowden's Florida State Seminoles ended Syracuse's home winning streak at the Career Dome on Saturday, the team that brought you the Punt Rooski last year proudly presents the fake fair catch this year. Terrell Buckley guided us through this magical mystery tour. Miami, that quarterback factory, has turned out yet another one from its assembly line. With Craig Erickson sideline, Gino Torretta making his first start, threw for 239 yards and 3 TDs as the Hurricanes blew away the Cincinnati Bearcats 56-0. When the Sooners routed the Cowboys in the Battle of Oklahoma 37-15, Mike Gaddis rushed for 274 yards and 3 touchdowns to lead the Sooners. And then there's Anthony Thompson, who set an all-time Indiana record. He scored 5 TDs as the Hoosiers humbled Northwestern 43-11. Thompson also scored a 2-point conversion. And with his 32 points on Saturday, he also set a Big Ten single-game scoring record. In the Texas A&M Texas Tech game, come on, people, now. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. P.S. Texas won the game 27-24. The fight was a draw. There is only one team left in the NFL in the ranks of the unbeaten. And the Rams aren't just hot air. They're just plain hot. They made it 5 straight yesterday thanks in large part to the NFL's leading passer, Jim Everett, and this circus catch by Robert Del Pino in the end zone. The Rams by an even dozen over the Falcons. In Foxborough, the home folks were glad to have the hometown kid back behind the center, and Doug Flutie did his best dipsy-doodling as the Patriots surprised the Oilers 23-13. Hey, Doug, for all you do, these raisins are for you. Maybe the biggest upset of the day took place in Tampa Bay, where the improved play and the luck of the Bucs proved to be too much for the Bears. Lars Tate was supposed to catch his Vinny Testaverde pass, but instead Mark Carrier made the play. And that's the kind of day it was as the Bucs stopped the Bears here. The Giants also fell from the ranks of the unbeaten as the Eagles came from behind, while Randall Cunningham landed on his head at the vet. 21-19. Randall and the Eagles scrambled to stay in the NFC Eastern Division race. The 49ers remain unbeaten on the road. They were in New Orleans yesterday where Jerry Rice looked spectacular on this 60-yard touchdown pass, but didn't look so hot when he tried to spike it too soon. Hey, Jer, for all you do, these raisins are for you, too. And it was a tough Sunday in the park for 3 NFL quarterbacks. With time running out and the Steelers down by 10, down went Bubby Brister when Jason Buck accidentally took Brister out at the knee. Brister's going to be sidelined for about a month with sprained ligaments. It was a large hand that did in the shoulder of Jim Kelly as the Colts routed the Bills and buffaloed their leader. John Hand landed on Kelly and separated his shoulder. Kelly's going to be sidelined also about a month. And when Vinny Testaverde hopscotched off the field in yesterday's game against the Bears, fears that the Bucs' Cinderella season was going to turn into a pumpkin so soon proved to be unfounded. Testaverde suffered a bruised knee.